Today we're going to look at a little portable projector. This features an LED light source and an LCD panel, and it'll display up to a couple 100-inch screen if you're far enough back. This is a basic unit, got all kinds of features including Wi-Fi. Let's check it out. Today we're going to unbox and demonstrate this Vankyo video projector. In the box, unit comes in a carry case. This is an LED based projector, portable, perfect for playing movies out in the backyard. What we're going to do is we're going to set it up, we're going to demonstrate the picture quality, and see how it performs. So here's the unit. Comes with instruction manual, we don't need that. Comes with all the cables that you're going to need and a remote control. Batteries probably not included. Let's see, are there batteries? Not that we need batteries for a projector. Well, I guess if we're going to play stuff off a USB stick we would, but for batteries I think it takes AAA cells. You pry it up from the edge here. That's how it opens. It takes AAA batteries. We'll load a couple AAA cells in here so that we can demonstrate the remote control. Okay, projector. Do not look into the lens. Yeah, you think it might be a bit bright? Let's power this unit up, and then we will go and play some content through it from different sources. So, unit powers up to the side. We're going to take this thing apart too, by the way. Once I demo it, we'll take this thing apart, see what's inside it, see what makes this thing tick. On the side, we have a micro SD slot, HDMI, VGA, and a USB port. We'll try out some of the inputs. Let's try the HDMI first. And I'm just going to plug this into my cable box, and we'll point it over at the wall and see what type of picture we get. Now, for the best experience, it's best to watch this or use this in a room that's got subdued lighting. Like all these LCD, LED backlit projectors, they're not a super bright projector, but in the right environment, a low level environment, they actually do produce a fairly good picture. I'm going to estimate that screen size to be just a little over 8 feet. 8 feet wide. To select the source, I can select the source with the input here. And so as you can see, the unit has sound as well.
BC1, your province's 24-hour news channel.
I'm just putting the news channel on, obviously, because
I said, that's you.
I can put this on without getting hit with copyright.
Really?
And everybody starts screaming, and that's when my wife went into shock.
I don't know, but still, I'm kind of surreal.
Winning the Lotto 649. At times you think it'll never happen to me, but it's got to happen to somebody.
So if you want to put things in perspective, that page is a standard 8.5 by 11-inch page. So that gets you an idea. Turn the sound down on this thing. That gives you an idea of how big the picture is from a 10-foot throw. It is massive, the picture on this thing. We'll just pan the camera over a bit. Yeah, so it's a good sized picture. If I go back to the home, a lot of neat features on this thing. It has built-in Wi-Fi, so I can now connect this. Whoops. Projection mode front. Yeah, you can change it for rear projection as well. Upside down if you're going to hang it. So it's got the different modes here for projection. I'm going to go up to network. I'm going to connect it to my Wi-Fi network. So let's see whether it picks up just 2.4 or whether it has 2.4 and 5G. Looks like this one only supports 2.4G, so let me connect it to one of my networks here. So here's some information. It'll support up to a 2 terabyte USB drive. It has 2 gigabits of internal memory. So now that I've connected it to my network, I can go over and probably get some stuff off my phone here, but Mirrorcast, I might be able to do stuff from my phone. I don't know whether my phone is set up for that or not. Let's just see whether I can cast stuff from my phone. Okay, I've now set this thing up so I can Mirrorcast my phone. So this should bring up my, oh look, it brings up my phone display. So yeah, I look at it on my phone, I can see on the monitor. So this is a 4K video I shot on my phone last year. It's not going to play smoothly because I don't have the bandwidth for a 4K video, but it was when I was on holidays. I was shooting some stuff with my little production camera, and I was just playing around with an active gimbal on my phone, just playing around shooting stuff while I was doing some time-lapse stuff. But as you can see, 4K content is not going to stream over Wi-Fi at all because I just don't have the bandwidth to do it. This should be fun. I just recorded this off TV. I was filming the news. If any people remember seeing this one here. This is how not to drive a Tesla. Don't use autopilot. It don't work. I had to laugh when I saw that one on the news. That one made my day. I'm just filming it off the screen, but yeah, guy just crashed right into it. He hit that truck so hard he actually moved the truck. Anyway, that's the Mirrorcast. You can also do it from an Apple phone. Go to YouTube right from the browser built into the projector. I have to, of course you guys know the only thing I can show on here, right? The only thing I can show is my own stuff. So let's look up some of my videos here. That should get, look at that. I'm the first one right there. Cool, huh? This will bring up my, this is one of my latest videos actually. That's the one I just did before this one. Let's see how it plays.
The year was 1976 when this tape deck was born. This is an Akai. It's got glass heads and it's a cassette deck. So for those thinking that they didn't make glass head cassette decks, they did. And I have one today. This one was sent in for service, and it needs a fair bit because this one looks like it may have been dropped. Let's check it out. I have an Akai GXC3110D, and for those that were wondering if the glass heads was only used on reel-to-reel decks, well, that's not correct. They're also used on cassette decks, and this is one of them here. Glass and crystal ferrite head. This one was shipped in from a viewer to have checked over.
So that is playback from YouTube. As you can see, the picture is fairly sharp. It's not bad in a dark room. This would be more than adequate for watching movies. Watching movies on a big screen out in your backyard, great. Projecting up on the ceiling. Put one of these in your bedroom and just point it at the ceiling and you'll have a big TV that you can watch YouTube on. I don't know what this other one is here. I've never heard of this. Let's see what this is. And then we're going to grab a USB stick. Okay, so it's the same type of idea. I've never seen this app. Never played around with this one, but same idea. It has shows that you can watch. Don't know anything about this one, so we'll leave this one at that, because I'm sure it will play it. It says movie access trailers, so these are going to be trailers for movies. Okay, we'll leave that at that. I'm just going to grab a USB stick with some content and we'll play that, and then we're going to take this thing apart. Okay, let's play this one. Everybody loves cat videos, right? Incidentally, the color does not look blue. Just picking it up on camera, the color is actually correct. Just the camera there with the color balance a little bit off when I first turned it on. So that's the projector. Let's take this thing apart and see what's inside this one. Power it down. Let's rip it apart. Somehow I feel I'm going to be voiding the warranty on this thing. What do you guys think? Because I know there's a screw right through there. So see, I take these things apart so you guys don't have to. Okay, the top should pop off this thing. I think I got all the screws out. There we go. Top comes off to reveal. That's just the buttons. Unplug these. Oh, they're glued in. Okay. I guess I won't be unplugging them. Okay, let's take a look at the optics on this unit. A ribbon cable here to connect, obviously, to the LCD panel. Be the infrared receiver on the back. There's a fan back here to cool the power supply. Power supply is right over here. Okay, that's the connector for the LCD. Wi-Fi antenna is over here. So if we flip this little connector up, we can unplug the LCD unit. I want to remove this board to take a look at what's under it. It's got another infrared receiver in the front, so it's got two infrared receivers, which is good. There's the main board. Over here will be the this will be the light source. Light source is here. The panel is going to be here. It's going to be an LCD panel, just a conventional LCD panel, I would think. So if we take off this tape. Here's the LCD panel right here. Liquid crystal panel. This is where the keystone adjustment would be underneath this tape here. I bet you we'll see it. Maybe, yeah, this should be the lens. There's the keystone adjustment lens. You can see that there. Right, that's for your keystone correction. The LCD panel is right here. So I'm just going to put that piece of tape back on. Unless I take this frame apart, if I can. Wi-Fi antenna is right there. The screw should release the cover. Maybe. Is there another one? Oh, there's another one here. Okay, now you can see the construction a little bit better. There's a piece of glass on here as well, which is part of the optics. You can see the Fresnel lens here. This is for adjusting the keystone. There'll be a mirror here, so the mirror will reflect the image coming off the LCD out towards the lens. The LCD panel is right there. Where is it? This one. Where is the LCD panel on this thing? Oh, this is the LCD panel here. These are just lenses. So this is the actual LCD panel. I don't want to break it, but that's the LCD. These are just lenses from the light source. You can see the LCD panel. Looks to be about what, about a 4-inch LCD. Anyway, that's the LCD panel. You can see the flex cable going right down to here. Light source is back here. Question is, will this thing work when I put it back together? It might not. Nah, it should. Unless I break something taking it apart. There's another fan over here, I'm sure. Yeah, there's a fan there. This cover comes off. Okay, that cover comes off like that. And here is the light source. And I probably got to take this. Probably have to take this out to get the light source out. So there's the optical assembly. Light source shines in through the back here, and it's just a standard cob LED, as you can see. Here's the LED light there. It's a DRD M36-58C is the light source for this one. Speakers in the base. Got a big heat sink. It looks like it's liquid cooled. Got a couple pipes going over. It could be just copper, but most of the time these things they put a liquid in them. So it's a liquid cooled LED panel, because these things are going to produce a lot of heat. Heat sink over here. So now that we've seen that, I can put this thing back together somewhat. Hopefully it will work when I put it back together. I'd like to power it up with it apart, if I can. I should be able to. I don't think there's any safeties on this thing to stop it from turning on when it's apart. Time to put this thing back together and see if it works. This black gasket here is just to stop any light leaking out, so all the light gets thrown into this light pipe, or this reflector assembly. There, that goes in like that. That's how that goes in. There's a sticky material in the bottom of this unit. And what that's there for is, I guess, so that if there's any dust that gets blown into it, instead of the dust flying around and getting stuck on the LCD or getting stuck on the mirror, any dust that makes its way into this thing is going to be stuck to this. It's sticky, right? It's like a sticky compound on the bottom. That's interesting. I would have never thought, but makes perfect sense. So, you know, if you make the base of it kind of sticky, any dust that manages to get into it is not going to be floating free around to get on the optics. It's gonna drop onto the bottom. That's the bottom of the unit, right? It's gonna drop onto the bottom and be stuck there. For those interested, here is the specifications of the unit. Of course, it's an LED light source, LCD technology, display technology. It's 800 by 480, so it's standard definition, and it looks it, which is adequate for playing movies, and it will allow an input of 576i, 576p, 720i, 720p, 1080i, 1080p, and it also, I'm sure, accept the older 480p images as well. Aspect ratio 4:3 or 16:9, front, rear, and ceiling, manual focus, speaker is 2 watts, audio format supported, AAC, MP2, MP3, PCM, FLAC, and WMA, video supported, AVI, MP4, MKV, FLV, MOV, RMVB, 3GP, MPEG-1, MPEG-2, H.264, and XVID. Ports, HD in, which is a HDMI, of course, USB port, VGA port, AV in, audio out ×1, and a micro SD card slot. And that's the specs for the unit. Link to this one's in the description. This video has probably gone on far longer than it needed to go on, but I wanted you guys to take a look at this little projector that was sent to me to evaluate, and it's not bad. It's not the brightest in the world. It's good for a dark room environment, and that's what I showed it to you. And it wasn't totally dark in here because I had the monitor and stuff running, but a dark room environment is where this one's going to perform the best, because it does provide adequate light for about a 100-inch screen. And what they recommend for screen size is that because your screen size is dependent on how far the projector is placed away, I was about 10 to 11 feet away, and according to this, that'll give me a screen of about 130 inches. A 90-inch screen at 9.8 feet, 3 meters, and a 170-inch screen at 18 feet. And they recommend the projection size to be about 90 inches. Of course, the closer the projector, if you're only 1.1 meters, you'll have a 33-inch screen. 1.9 meters, you'll have a 60-inch screen. 3 meters, you'll have a 90-inch screen. And of course, the closer you are, the brighter the picture is going to be. The closest it can focus is looks like 1.1 meters. So anyway, video's gone on longer probably than it needed to, but I wanted to show you guys the inside of this unit just so you can see build quality doesn't look to be too bad on it. It is FCC and Industry Canada approved. It says right here, Industry Canada statement. So this device won't cause interference. Okay, Industry Canada statement and FCC statement. So it is approved so that it's not going to cause interference. to other devices. Link to this one is in the description. This video has gone on longer than it needed to, but I just wanted you guys to see the inside and see what the quality was like. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one real soon. Bye for now.